All right, people, game time or whatever. Yeah.
Game time or whatever.
My name is Phil. That is Mike. We are here with you. Sometimes we have a guest, sometimes we don't. We don't this week. Thank you, by the way. I just want to say thank you up front to all 8 people that watch the show. It's not many people.
Yeah.
It's really not. But you know what? We're going to keep doing it. Hopefully it grows. If you, have any friends that like sports, send it to them and smash that sub, all that YouTube stuff. I hate doing that. Anyway, Mike, what are we talking about this week, buddy? What do we got going on?
Well, let's see. We had the All-Star game. I know we talked about the ugly hats. We're going to talk more about the full jersey today. That'll be interesting. The Olympics are still coming up. We'll talk some Olympics. The WNBA just had their All-Star game. So I did find it's a nice one. A nice WNBA brawl. And
I forgot the WNBA season started like a while ago. I feel like
it starts when baseball starts.
Yeah. It's
I never know. Like you never know how these things overlap. And then the Yankees are back. Their first game they look great, and now they suck again. So that's really all that's happening. They're terrible.
Right, so do you want to go in? Do you want to go into any of this, or you want to just skip right to the video stuff? I mean,
I'll do a Yankees quick summary.
All right.
The first game they won 6-1 Friday. They look great. They look like when they were the way they were before June. They look like competent. Garrett Cole pitched, and they look great. Then they lost the next 2, and they look like they only have 2 good players, Judge and Soto, and everybody.
That's because they only have 2 good players.
Yeah.
Look, I love Ben Rice as much as the next guy, but he's hitting like 210. I mean, yes, small sample size. He's got some great home runs, but he's hitting something like 210.
But he shouldn't even
They haven't been able to figure out a cleanup bat since Stanton got hurt. It's amazing how much crap the Yankees fans have, not me, but other Yankees fans have talked about that guy. And then, they say you don't know what you have till it's gone. And now we're realizing when you don't have that extra power bat, your lineup shortens. The rest of these guys are all not hitting. They're just not like DJ LeMahieu. Look, I like what he did for us 5 years ago, but
I think he's done.
I think he might be done. And again,
I hate to say it. Yeah.
I like the guy. I mean, he never did anything to make me personally upset or anything like that, but
he keyed my car once.
Did he? Okay, well then fuck that guy. You trade for a third baseman. Yeah. You're gonna have to trade for a third baseman. We need like a couple of bullpen arms and maybe another back end starter at this deadline. The problem is a lot of contending teams. There's just not many guys available. There's no obvious trade route right now, so it just sucks. But I was afraid of this going into this year because I remember when the Soto trade happened. I remember saying it's last year's offense that sucked plus 1 Soto. And right now,
that's exactly what it is.
When he goes through an even minor slump, you feel it. So,
he's playing with an injured hand too. Everybody forgets that.
You need to. The offense sucks, and that's all there is to it. And the pitching was overperforming for the first few months, also I think a little bit. And so now that they're kind of regressing a little to the mean, the offense is kind of just not really picking up the slack there. Although I did read somewhere the Yankees have the best run differential in the league, which kind of blows my mind because they've sucked for the last 6 weeks or so.
I think it's skewed because of the early season. And that's the other thing, too, is that if they finish the season, go to the playoffs, and they get a wild card spot, upper Yankee brass will be like, oh, we didn't win a World Series, we know. But behind the scenes, like, all right, we made the playoffs. Everything's fine. And they need to gut this team. It's just this it just hit me now. I sound like a typical Yankee fan calling in the radio.
Yeah, you do. You sound like a typical angry WFAN fan. Everybody sucks. Fire Boone, fire Cashman, burn the stadium to the ground, disband the franchise. I remember seeing Mickey Mantle play with my father. Exactly. Look, the team is good. They're just not championship good, and that's the standard that we're, unfortunately held to for this franchise. Because other teams would be very happy to have the record they have right now, but the Yankees, fucking they've been sucking. Yeah,
gut the team isn't the right phrase. They need to start moving on from players who are not pulling the weight, and there's players out there they can upgrade with, and there's plenty. There's some good, like the pitcher from. You just had the All-Star game, which we're going to move into next. The All-Star game, how many good relievers from other teams made that All-Star team that you wish the Yankees had instead of Clay Holmes and a lot of their relievers? And the pitchers, like the guy from Oakland and, the Mason Miller. Mason Miller, the guy from the White Sox, and like, what about the Marlins? Could we get Jazz
You
Chisholm?
know, I never thought as a Yankee fan I'd say this, but you know who I miss? I miss Kenyon Middleton. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Who's Kenyon Middleton? I didn't even know
that was the one guy they traded for last year, like that relief pitcher. He was pretty good, and then I thought they were going to re-sign him, but they didn't. I think you're right, but the thing is, your eyes can't be bigger than your stomach in the sense that you can't trade for everybody, and Oakland is going to get a king's ransom for Miller. The reason why is because there's only like 7 or 8 non-contending teams in the league. So you have probably 12 to 15 teams that all want to upgrade their bullpen going into the stretch run. So they're going to be able to get an overpay for him. And it looks like Cashman doesn't overpay all that much. So I doubt they're going to get him. I just hope he doesn't go to somebody else who are directly fighting against for spots here.
It feels like baseball is turning back into what it used to be, where players just are going to stay with the team for a long time. And like it just is weird. Like player, now you're going back to homegrown guys, and it's
that could be the
made so it's made so the Dodgers and the Yankees don't steal everybody at the deadline. That's why.
But you know what? I kind of like it like that. I mean, I don't like the fact that like half the league makes the playoffs like in hockey, but I do like the fact that there's parity now, and you're seeing guys come up with teams and actually be able to kind of stay with them a little longer because there's not as many trade opportunities.
Right. Exactly.
And I do think that the middle market sort of teams do benefit from that, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the All-Star game uniforms. I want to talk about that. We're not like a show recap show, by the way. For those of you who are watching us and you're like, what are these assholes rambling on for?
That's what we do.
We're not like a recap show. There's people that do that do it really well, and we're not those guys. We screw around, we make fun of stuff. We have, kind of a more general fan weirdo perspective on these things. And we talked about the hats and they were trash, and I want to talk about the uniforms. Can we put the uniforms up here, Mike?
Yeah. Well, I wore this hat purposely before we do that.
Okay. Yeah,
this is an old 1939, I think the very first All-Star game, maybe, logo. And look how beautiful that thing is. And somehow we've evolved into this.
This is such trash. I'm sorry, dude.
This is so bad.
They did admit this year that they're considering going back to the old way where the players wore their own uniforms, which I don't know why they ever got off that. Look, I understand why they do it. I understand that you want some type of separation. But what you got to do is just look, to all the teams that are away, you're wearing your grays, because every single team has a road gray. Every single team is a road gray.
Right.
And every single home team has a white home uniform. Right. They just need to they need to go back to the grays and the whites. And if you want to go, look, I'll level with you. If you want to go a slightly darker than normal gray for the road grays for the All-Star, sure. If you want that separation, but that's about as far as I'd go with it, because I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it obvious who played for what, but it's just these uniforms look like such crap. They look like beer league uniforms, or they look like someone's mom who sewed them for the Pee Wee League, or not Pee Wee League, Little League.
Susan Waldman on the radio today had a great line where I'm not going to be able to say it word for word, but she said, some things in baseball are sacred, kind of like wearing the All-Star. Wearing your jersey, your regular jersey to the All-Star game, and not looking like the ice cream man. She said.
Yes, exactly. And you wear your own jersey because you're representing your team in the All-Star game. You're not representing their league. And I can't stand, we got to find these ads. I know we like to make fun of ads. We got to find these ads they tried to run about, maybe it was about 10 years ago or so, where this is back before Manfred took over and did away with the stupid C-League rule of like the All-Star game winner determines the World Series advantage. Because a lot of teams that I've hated have gotten advantages because of that stupid fucking All-Star game rule. But I used to have these stupid ads that they try to like pump it up like, I play for the American League. I play for the National League. I forgot what players were in it. I think Cano was one of them. I'm not sure about that. Yeah. But they were so cheesy. The way they were trying to hype it up, like it was this big, like American League versus All-Star League. Nobody
I remember.
Nobody really cares. Okay, it's an exhibition game.
Yes.
You're there to hang out. It's the one night a year, or two if you count the the other events.
Derby,
three. Where you let your hair down, you hang out. If you see a fan of another team, even if you hate that team, you go, hey, that guy's pretty darn good. You got a really good player on your team. Hey, enjoy the
Right.
game, man. Oh, you too. And you have a beer and you hang out, and there's
Yeah.
no animosity for like a couple days. And you're reminded of what the sport is, and you're reminded
Right.
of, you know, you get back to your roots, sort of. And these uniforms are where they try to make it into this like confrontational thing. It's so dumb.
No, it's stupid.
It bothers me a lot. And they just look, put the big one up again. Put the big one up.
This is like, I want to point out
trash.
a few things here. Let's go to this and let's go to this one. So if you notice, I like the font that says American League. The
See,
font,
I don't. I think that these uniforms belong in a museum. They look like an old timey, like beginning of the. And I know what they were trying to go for, but they failed.
Yeah,
These uniforms suck.
But what I'm trying to say is I don't like that it's the font is written across like that. I'm saying the font itself on its own is like an old retro font. But
yeah,
the numbers on the back are a different font. And then if you look in the bottom corner of the jersey, they have a totally different font, which I think is the old Texas Rangers logo font.
Well, that's where it was. So that part makes sense. Back when they were the Colts or whatever, the Colt 45s or whatever.
No, that was the Astros. This was when the Rangers started first.
Oh, you know what? You're right about that.
They were the second iteration of the Senators, and then became the Rangers. But the point is that All-Star Game font. I think that's the same font as the '77 All-Star Game font.
It also looks like the Angels.
None of it matches.
And a little. Yeah. It looks like they're the LA Angels. I still call them Anaheim because I think it's stupid. If you've ever been there, it's like not that close to LA. Yeah. Again, they were trying to go for a retro, and they sort of pulled it off. But also, I think they're trash. I also don't like the color scheme. This like weird, that like off orange peach color. Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't make sense. And then you have the other ones, which I understand why they did it because these are opposite colors on the color wheel. Orange and blue are those. That's why they did it like that, probably. Yeah. But just because these two colors are like mathematical opposites or whatever doesn't mean they're good color choices.
No,
like they're trash.
Every time I saw blue, I kept thinking blue was the American League. For whatever reason, I associated blue with the American League and red with the National League. I don't know why. Maybe some old logo stuff or something. But I was watching the game. And I'm like, wait, who's up? I didn't know who's who. But the beauty of the game is seeing the players in their uniforms because that's how you identify. Like I would always like when a guy would come to the Yankees and they would put the pinstripes on. I'm like, this is cool, but I'm like, wait, that doesn't look like so and so anymore. You're so used to seeing them in their jersey. So the baseball more than the other sports, your uniform is a big part of your identity, and it's just weird not to see them.
100%, and it does. It kind of does screw with the tradition a little bit, and this year it finally came to a head where because I have not seen a single person defend these uniforms. I've not seen. Maybe there's somebody I missed. You know, if you leave a comment if you want to tell me I'm fucking wrong or tell me what other person said they liked them. But from what I understand, everybody hated these, and it got to the point where the league actually is finally admitting, like, no, we're gonna go back. We might go back to the other thing.
Yeah,
and I really hope they do because this was the inevitable conclusion of the experiment of making them wear league uniforms in the All-Star game. Was it they were going to eventually one year pick some that were so bad that everyone went, wait a minute. Why are we looking at these when we should be looking at the normal uniforms? This looks really dumb, and it's finally happening this year.
Yeah, I honestly think these are better than the last crappy uniforms.
Do you have the old ones? Because I don't remember.
I don't have them. They were so horrendous.
I blocked it out of my memory so badly.
It was just so no, it was bad. This is what they usually do is on the home run derby day. They'll put these jerseys out. Like I had a Derek Jeter jersey when the All-Star game was in Houston, and it had that All-Star jersey, whatever the look was for that year. So the players would wear them the day before during the derby and stuff. That was kind of a new thing. And then now it's like they wear it both. No, the day before the derby, they had their uniforms on, but they had the All-Star hats with the regular team
I'm
colors.
okay with the derby. They're wearing the league uniforms. Hell, they can wear fucking T-shirts with corporate sponsors like in NASCAR for the derby. The derby is literally just a bunch of dudes hitting home runs and everyone else in the stadium getting drunk and cheering for the home runs. The derby, you can do whatever the hell you want with. But dude, as far as the game goes, the game is important, and these uniforms are an insult to it. Also, I just emailed you, Mike, what last year's look like. If you want to throw those up, I think I like last year's a little bit better than these years.
Like them better?
Though, well, they look like soccer jerseys, and they look kind of goofy, but they're at least a little less try-hardy than the ones from this year. I think this year's are so terrible that it hurts my. No, it does. Because again, they were going for something and they absolutely fucking failed at it, and that's what makes it funny to me.
Yeah.
Right?
So here's last year's had a bit of a Seattle theme. I'm looking at the picture.
Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with them going with the theme of wherever hosted or whatever. Is that what it even was last year? But
it was in Seattle.
Yeah. So I'm okay with them trying to theme it after where they're from. A little bit, but if they're bad, they're bad. And my big gripe with last year's too is the fact that one is green and one are blue, and those are not really that big a opposite of colors. But I still, as much as I don't like them, I still think they work better than this year's, because this year's it's just they went too hard to try to invert it, and it just looks real dumb. It does.
Yeah.
And also, can you bring up the big version again? Bring up the big version of this year's. You see the stupid offensive Nike swoosh that David Wells covered up with the tape.
No, he covered up he did that, but he covered up also the brand, the ad on the sleeve. But I think you're right. He did do that. I'm sorry, he did do that.
So look at the Nike swooshes. If you would just switch them, they would make more sense to me. You see what I mean by that? By switch them? Because you have the teal one, and it just sticks out really badly on that against the orange and the white, and then you have the orange one that really pops off the that black right there, and then the piping they tried to go opposite with too on the sleeves. The whole thing looks dumb. These are
it's like something you get at the discount rack at Target when they have a Labor Day sale.
It's
they're trying to get rid of merch.
It's almost like they outsourced it to another country, and they just misunderstood the directions. But then when the fucking uniforms showed up, they were just like, well, they misunderstood what we wanted, but I guess they're here, and I guess we got to use them. These look so terrible. It's truly unbelievable. Do you have the one of last year?
I have to load them up because StreamYard doesn't let you just throw a picture on. You have to put it into Google Slides, and then I have to update the slide.
Okay.
So wait, we're gonna fight through this as a team.
We're gonna fight through it. Well, the other thing you could do is could you do a screen share and just go to the link that I shared with you? Can you just do that?
I don't know. It's too much happening for me.
You don't want people seeing your screen. I understand, because you probably got some naughty links up on there, don't you, Michael? You got a little.
No, actually, the only thing I think I have up is the Darryl Strawberry milk ad for social media.
Which I've
been meaning to put up all week, and I haven't.
That's almost more disappointing. You know what I mean? Because you're you're such a goody two shoes that you're not even I want to see some I backdoor mill faction or something here. I don't. You go on Mike's and it's just
that drive isn't plugged in right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're old school. You downloaded yours.
Yeah, you gotta. What do people do when they get married? Where does the porn drive go? It used to be remember the Family Guy when you go in the bunker? He went in the bunker where his porn was hidden. What do you do when you get married but all your stuff is on a hard?
Well, nowadays
it's easier to hide.
Stuff. You just have to delete your browser history. That's because you don't have to download the full file overnight. And it takes all night to download an 8-minute. I don't know how far in the woods you lived, Mike, with how good of an internet connection you have. But yeah, if you want to download a video file, it'll take days. Porn's a lot harder on a 14K internet connection. That's all I'm saying.
All right, wait. I'm gonna hold on. I'm trying to upload this. I updated it. Will this work now? Did it add to it? It didn't add to it. So let's take this away.
Hold on, wait. Mike, do this. Share your screen and just go to the link I sent you.
No, I have. No. Oh, I can't share the screen. I have it. No, I have it though. I have it. Here we go.
This is riveting content for all 6 of our listeners. Honestly,
this is what editing is for. Okay, so let's go now.
In our defense, we didn't bring it up until we were already talking. So these are last year's. I like these. Again, they look like soccer uniforms to me, but I also don't hate them because they're not trying too hard.
They kind of look,
You know?
no, there's not a lot to them. They kind of look like a jersey for like a Chevy car dealership softball team. You know, it's very like Hyundai. That's what that's what I'm seeing.
But yeah, it does. But again, I'm okay with that. I don't love them.
Okay, so these I forgot they did 2022. They just did the gray and the gold.
Oh, the gray and the gold. See, that I'm okay with. If you're gonna at least have the team logos just with a different color, I actually like that with the gold lettering and then the gray and the white. I actually think that's cool. I like those a lot. It's do that or do the original, but don't go crazy with weird ass orange and teal and all these nighttime fonting. It's dumb, man. I hate it.
This was garbage. 2021. This is like, what are you doing? You know,
wait, is this supposed to be like if that person played for the Rangers, they had that, and then if the person played for the Padres, they had that? So like you have individual uniforms, they're just dumb looking.
That's what they wore in the 2021 All-Star game, and the buttons don't even go all the way down. These are like
they're golf shirts. That's what they are. They're golf shirts.
What do you call those buildings associated with communism? Brutalist style.
Brutalist. Brutalist.
Brutalist. This is like a robot.
It's like brutalist architecture of MLB All-Star jerseys. All right, I've had enough of this. I can't do this anymore. We need, if this video, hopefully Rob Manfred himself comes across this video and he's like, wait a minute, idiot fans who are degenerates hate these uniforms. Fine, we'll go back to the old ones. All right, what do we got, Mike, for the fun stuff here? What do we got?
We got fights and ads. Let's do the fights. So
right, what do we got? Walk me through the first one like you always do.
We just had the WNBA All-Star weekend, so why not go back? We haven't done one in a while. WNBA fight. This is Brittney Griner.
Brittney Griner. Is this recent or is this pre her very unjust captivity?
Yeah, this is pre-captivity. There's a little throwdown. I think it's her, and you think I would read the captions more.
He looks like
I forget.
That is her, right? That is Brittney Griner running across the court. That is her, right? In the blue, or is she?
Yeah. So
that is her. She's huge. She could kick. She could kick some ass for sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. There is Billy Conway, the comedian,
held back there.
Everybody's got the phone. We're gonna film this. Get it on social media. Yeah. So this that guy does not care at all. Sitting right, he's got his salmon shirt on. He doesn't care.
Brittney Griner, I never realized how much bigger she was than the rest of the WNBA. Like she literally has like 5 inches on everybody who's trying to hold her back. Yeah, like, this is amazing.
You think she can? Has she dunked in the NBA and the WNBA?
I'm sure she has.
Yeah,
I'm sure she's got ups. She's in optimal shape and she's huge.
All right, so let's go to the little little contact.
Passes it out. Okay, a little 3-point shot there. It is good.
Oh, there's a little tie up under the basket. If you saw that, they got tied up a little. If you go like right here, look under the basket. She's there, and she's tied up with the player on the other team. And now
you've got teammates of somebody on the other team and an ump or a ref rather trying to hold her back. Right. Imagine being that ref, being like, well. She's a woman, so I can't. Even though she's, bigger than me, I can't really do anything about this right now because either way you lose. If you hold her back successfully, you're an asshole. If you don't, then you're a bitch. Like that is a no-win scenario for that poor ref.
I like this lady's hat up here, the straw hat. That's a nice touch for. We've seen a lot of fan uniforms. I don't know, high heels on the court. I don't have a problem with it, but I remember in school they would always yell this: "Don't wear your dress shoes on the basketball court. It ruins the court."
Because it's like a certain kind of rubber. It's like softer rubber for dress shoes, so it rubs off on the court. Meanwhile, if you wear basketball shoes, you just get that sound like everywhere you walk, in any hallway. So it's like, well, what am I supposed to wear, man?
Wait, let's go back here. I want to point out something I noticed that this is kind of interesting. The woman on the other team, right there. Mm-hmm. She's trying to get in there. Now she's like fighting her coach.
There we go. Yeah. No, she's just flailing everybody. She's like, I gotta kick her ass.
Is that Steve Martin up there looking?
That's exactly what she's saying. That is, And again, it's a no-win scenario for the coach. It's like, dude, you just got roughed up by your own player. Like, they don't respect you. But but if you do anything about it, you're a dickhead. All right, we got more people getting up that want to throw down. No,
she got a walking boot on, and that's like now when the injured teammates start jumping in, it's on. Like, I'm defending my teammates on.
That's another no-win scenario right there, right? You lose a fight to somebody with a walking boot on. That's it. Your reputation is tarnished probably forever. But if you win a fight against somebody with a walking boot, that's way worse for a lot of other reasons.
That's Diana Taurasi running off the court, and I noticed that they have a little bit of game of cornhole going on back here.
Yeah,
it's usually like fans sit there.
Can you believe? Like, that's how bad attendance is. The WNBA, they're like, look, we know you're not here for the game, but come here and play some cornhole just so we can at least get you in the arena.
These women have it so bad. I feel bad.
They really do. No, they've deserved for years to get marketed a little harder than they are, but.
Look at these uniforms. Talk about uniforms. They got these stupid. They gotta wear. They barely see the team's logo. You don't know who they play for. Like, that's how they earn their money.
That's the only way in that league, because they don't have as many eyeballs as a lot of it really does suck for the athletes. I'm sure you're right about that. So now we got this one out here talking a little smack. Is there a part 2 of this, Mike, or are we just gonna watch a bunch of people talking?
We're just rambling here. I just want to see if there was more. So yeah, that was that.
I mean, hey man, Brittney Griner, she can kick some ass. We'll say about that, yeah.
So here's another fight. One thing about this happened this year, and actually, this guy, Siri on Tampa Bay, he's gonna get into it now. Hey, why did you tap me in the nuts with your glove? Uribe's like, shut up, and now they're fighting.
Punches him in the helmet. Okay, that's not a smart move. You're gonna hurt your hand before you hurt the other guy if you punch someone with a helmet on. You moron.
He's so tall. He was like, I'm going to punch through it because I'm big. That's what Uribe said.
Uribe, okay. Takes 3 guys to hold him back. You got to appreciate that.
This is, a little more than everybody runs out and they're just looking at each other and then they just make up and go to the strip club later. Like, this is like, hey. So Siri today, he was like hot dogging it around the bases when he hit a home run.
This wasn't today. This
was 2 months ago.
Oh, here we go. Okay, all right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hats are flying, punches are being thrown.
Yeah, he's got gray hair. Like he dyed his hair gray.
And you can tell too that these guys genuinely want to fight each other because I don't know if you're familiar. Those of you who aren't familiar with baseball, this isn't like a big rivalry game.
No.
Tampa Bay versus Milwaukee. So that means that these guys have a genuine in-game beef where they wanted to like get a piece of each other.
Yeah, What the hell happens? I didn't watch the rest of this stuff. I wanted to be a surprise.
You want to do live reactions?
Okay. Live reactions here. Have some Gatorade.
Have some Gatorade. You can go back and fight later if you want. You got look. If you're gonna be fist fighting during a baseball game, you have to have your electrolytes.
You don't want to cramp up just during the fight.
Yeah, you want to make sure you can get that right hook across.
No, I want the red get. No, here's the blue get.
So what the hell is happening here? You have the people are still on the field like they want to fight, but these guys they keep showing the dugout of these guys drinking Gatorade like this. Is this a product placement, Mike? Did Gatorade sponsor this fight? Is this staged so they could get that 20-second shot in the dugout so Gatorade could get their logo on the TV screen? Is that what happened?
That and apparently they're sponsored by Sargento cheese.
Yeah,
it's Gatorade, Sargento cheese, Rawlings, I don't know. Yeah, so I think what happened was he tapped him in the nuts with his glove.
Is that what happened?
If you look, he's like, you're out. He tapped him in the leg or something, and he's like, why'd you do that? Look, he tapped him in the nuts.
Yeah, I could see him. Whoa. I could see them wanting to get in a fight over that because it's like, dude, you already got me out. Like, now you're going to add, you gotta kind of fucking give me that bullshit and insult me a little bit. I get it.
Yeah. The point I was trying to make today about Siri is that against the Yankees, he hit a home run. He was hot dogging it around the bases, but so in this game, he's got his lightning bolt earrings in, but today he added 3 stripes.
Oh, no, he didn't tap him. He said something. There was
he said something. Yeah, there was a little.
He must have dropped some kind of some kind of Spanish he called him a puto or something, you know.
And he said something, yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
was
said something like, you know, chupe tu madre or something, or you know,
what does that
some
mean?
kind of means suck your mother.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
See, you learn stuff.
I'm a Spanish 4 dropout. Okay, I'll drop a little knowledge on it. Chupar is the Spanish verb for to suck, and obviously madre is madre. And so if you say it in the command form, it would be chupe because it's an AR verb. You got to give an E when you're doing the command verb. So chupe means suck your mother. Anyway,
that was a moment. It was
there you go.
what you just did.
I learned. Hey man,
I was riveted.
Spanish 4 dropout, buddy. Now this is good.
Yeah, I like seeing this slow motion.
This is fun too. It's slow motion because like Siri, I like Siri because you can tell he's not afraid to throw down. And the thing is, he's also backing up to like get his space a little bit because he needs to kind of assess the threat. I feel like Siri is. Well, we always have that theory that we've talked about how good someone is at fighting is directly proportionate to how poor they grew up.
Right.
I do feel like Siri might have gotten in a lot of fights growing up, so he's like ready because he was backing up, trying to assess his ground and make sure there's nobody behind him, so he could start swinging.
Right. He grew up on the streets. I mean that was like every James Cagney movie from the streets, and I fight everybody. Yeah. So this is how it's been. Yeah, this is like almost like a Tai Chi kind of fight. Right? I mean, nobody connects, but it's just like
he did take 2 very flailing swings and didn't connect. Oh, actually, no, he connected with that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of them got in there.
And then somebody gets pulled to the ground over here, but no one gets on top of him also.
No, I almost wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, he does swing and miss 2 times. But in his defense, he was getting pushed by the other guy. And it was a little bit of a 2-on-1 there at the very beginning. He connected right there twice with the side of Uribe's head.
There's a lot of arms in the way, so you can't throw the whole punch because everybody's trying to break it up. So like,
exactly.
Your teammate's arm.
When you got 4 guys who are also jacked trying to hold back your punch, it doesn't matter how good you are at fighting. It's just you're not going to be able to connect. This was a fun. And now we're going to go. Is this the Gatorade shot?
I'm calm. All right, I'm calm.
This is fun. I didn't mind this one. I had fun here. And it's always fun to watch fights from teams that you don't normally watch.
He's looking for his watch. What, he loses?
See what time it is. You know what time it is? It's fight time. What time it is. Yeah.
Do you think in the locker room post game, the reporters kept going up to him and going, "Hey Siri, I have a question for Siri." My phone just went off.
I bet you there are jokes about that, and I bet you
Hey Siri.
I bet you, and that's probably why he looks like he can fight, because he got
all the answers.
When the iPhone came out 15 or 12 years ago, when Siri came out, or was it 12 years ago when Siri came out? I don't know. But when Siri came out, he instantly started getting picked on, because remember, these guys were like in their early 20s. So that means he was probably like 12. He got picked on for his name being the same name as the iPhone thing, and that's when he learned how to fight.
Hey Siri.
I'll show you guys. I'll become a pro baseball player and I'll fight people there.
It's like the modern day version of A Boy Named Sue.
Exactly. A Boy Named Siri.
That's A Boy Named Siri.
That's how that goes. We got a couple ads to close us out with.
We got some ads to close us out. Let's go to.
Let's go. I like the ads.
Across America, 7-Eleven gives shopping freedom to doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, and little braves. Freedom to people who would rather cast a line than wait in one. Freedom to cooks, carpenters,
You're not supposed to
corporate
chiefs, before
chiefs,
you bought it, buddy. You can't
to people who gulp and people who slurp. Freedom to people in the spotlight.
It's a price.
People who need a light.
Okay, I have a lot to say about this, dude. When's the last time you saw somebody with
Men
a
in blue.
inside of a 7-Eleven?
Freedom to people in a hurry. 7-Eleven has built a business based on freedom. So now we're proud to be a major sponsor of the 1984 U.S. Olympic team. And we're helping to give those that run, jump, dive, swim, and ride the freedom to pursue their dream of becoming the best. 7-Eleven, the dream begins with freedom.
The dream begins with freedom. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, man. Like the very end, there was like America type moment, and you had a bunch of people. I understand what they were going for here with like the ultimate diversity. Like, it doesn't matter what background you are, you can shop at 7-Eleven or whatever. But they went too hard. They went too hard with it, man. With the guy in the suit with the this guy, I can't do it. And then the black guy with the pipe. Wait, was that a thing they used to do at 7-Eleven? Was light your pipe?
Light your pipe.
Ridiculous.
We're talking about freedom and freedom. Everybody's white until you get to 25 seconds where the black gentleman comes in and they got him dressed up like he's a member of the game of Clue. Everything. This guy's holding bread. He's a chef. He's holding bread like a jackass. Nobody squeezes bread like that.
No one holds bagels like that. You hold it by the top. You don't have to squeeze your bread. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with this ad, Mike. There's a lot of continuity errors in 7-Eleven ad.
This guy's head is strangely deformed and he's got a long.
Oh wow, yeah. It's like he has no hair on the top of his head, but he has like an entire raccoon coming out the back.
He's got like 2 heads. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like his toupee fell down during filming, and they're like, "No, fuck it, keep it in." Like,
it's like hanging off the back. Yeah, this was like a lot to really. It's 7-Eleven.
Well, and also this commercial, it takes a very big tonal shift because in the beginning they're showing you all the different people that shop there, and then when they start showing the Olympic athletes, and I said this while I was playing. The music turns to this like groovy 70s, almost like a porno, like wow music. By the way, if you play the audio, hold on, look right in the beginning here.
Yeah, this part is kind of.
They're just trying to show you
the doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, and the little braves.
Music here.
Yeah.
And then right when the athletes come on, they almost are trying to like make it sexy. Like you'll see.
So now we're proud to be a major sponsor of the 1984 U.S. Olympic team. And we're helping to give those that run, jump,
it's like all of a sudden it's like a cop show theme out of nowhere.
Swim,
like
and
what is
ride.
happening?
The freedom to pursue their dream of becoming the best.
By the way, this little kid runs and there's some fake Slurpee gravity going on.
Well, also, those Slurpees all look like they're fake because they look like if you tilt them in another quarter inch, they're going to spill over with all the little kids
going like this. Nothing happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 7-Eleven in 1984 meant well, but this is a lot of flaws.
Back in whatever year that was, whoever directed and edited that commercial, there's a lot going on there, and that just no one said anything back then.
Why was Vincent Price in the commercial? Like of all the celebrities, you get Vincent Price. I guess because Thriller just came out that year.
I don't know. I think they either that or they couldn't get anybody else because they blew all their budget on that kickin' soundtrack for that commercial. That's exactly what happened there.
Yeah. They hired.
I'd love to get the story of some of these old commercials. I hope somebody that like knows what they're talking about eventually like starts watching this show and can give us pointers because we don't. We watch this just to kind of like make fun of it because it's old and stuff. But like, I wonder what the stories are behind how some of these decisions get made in the marketing room because that is
behind the scenes.
It is wild.
Exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? You got one more, right?
We got this one. This is with another Olympian that everybody forgot about, unfortunately. This is also from 1984. Is it Tanya Harding? No. This is maybe it is Tanya Harding. Maybe she was 2 people at one time. But no, I don't know. This is for Snickers. And Snickers is about to convince us why Snickers is good for Olympic athletes.
We have these marathon workouts over the weekend. As a water polo player, we have these marathon workouts over the weekend. And usually by the time you get done with that, you're pretty hungry. Snickers satisfies you. I like having a Snickers bar because they're filling. They sort of hold me over. They get rid of that hollow feeling in my stomach.
Packed with fresh peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate. Satisfies you. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
I don't really think you could crowd any more peanuts into a Snickers bar.
Official snack food of the 1984 Olympic Games.
They make a point in this commercial 3 times to say that it satisfies you. It's almost like the Snickers bar wants to have sex with you. Okay, it's trying to seduce you. The Snickers bar wants you. It wants you badly in a way that you've never felt before.
I want to get the dialogue correctly. Did he say peanuts? Well, I just want to be sure.
I don't really think you could crowd any more peanuts into a Snickers bar.
What did he say? Because that that sold me on showing this because for a minute there I was like, he said peanuts, right? Okay, I just want to be sure. He said.
Well, the thing is, this commercial does have an oddly, weirdly sexual tone to it because they say like Snickers satisfies you, and then you got this guy who's like muscular with like a porno mustache, and then he's like, we're gonna cram a lot of peanuts into this, and part of me is like, someone's about to get gangbanged, like that. That's what's gonna happen here. Is that's the next scene. That's what the water polo weekend workouts are. The marathon workouts. It's not swimming. It's running trains.
Yeah, and he's got this very phallic 80s haircut too, and just I don't know. Everything here is just very suggestive, and it's very.
Oh, it is. In his defense, though, a Snickers bar. I used to eat one sometimes. I used to have them with me when I went to soccer tournaments when I was really little, because he is right. The peanuts in them is
very
back
filling.
then. This is like pre like Cliff Bar days. This is the closest thing you could get to an energy bar was a Snickers bar because it was the only one that had any level of protein in it because it had peanuts. So there is some truth to that. Obviously, you couldn't pull this off now because nowadays we have like Cliff Bars and Power Bars, and well, actually, I don't think Power Bars exist anymore. But you know what I mean? There's energy protein bars everywhere,
and they're still pretty much.
Oh, look at that still frame. Just
where's we need
like
some.
He
Brian
closes his eyes. He closes his eyes as if he's making
really
love. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Go back. Yeah, right.
Yeah. We got to get Brian's thoughts on this one. This is very.
We need him to come back on the show at least more than once every 2 months.
Yeah,
that is a presented without context type of still frame there. The official snack of the 1984.
Wait, there's a Budweiser commercial. Let's watch that real quick.
The Snickers bar.
Official snack.
There's also a Budweiser commercial.
Yeah,
here we go.
You can't build a bike for the Olympics by machine.
I like this note bar.
Each tube's got to be custom fit to transfer weight and to forward momentum. After all, a champion should ride a champion.
To everyone who's working hard for America's Olympic effort, this Bud's for you.
I don't think we're placing gold if they're drinking Bud before that race.
Although that would be great is if like some athlete came out and they're like, oh, well, my trick was I used to like drink beer while I was training because if I figure if I could do it drunk, then it'd be really easy when it's sober and I'm competing against other people.
This has vibes of Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man in the cave.
It does.
His suit. This guy's being held captive to build Olympic bikes.
Yeah, some crazy Tour de France guy locked him in his basement and is like, we're not letting you out until you build me the perfect bicycle. We need to win that medal, damn it.
The alluring eyes. Look at my collection.
Well, I like the music in this too. Can you wait? We play the music in this. It's super like isn't this like American Gladiators type of text and intro?
You can't build a bike for the Olympics by machine.
Man in the arena.
Each tube's got to be custom fit to transfer weight and to forward momentum. After all, a champion should ride a champion.
A champion should ride a champion.
Who's working hard for America's Olympic effort.
It's like George Lucas guy.
This Bud's for you.
Right, everybody. A champion should ride a champion, which is why Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Huh?
What is this?
Okay. Anyway,
look at him. Look at the wheel, like he's Isaac Newton discovering physics.
Yeah. They try to make him look like Da Vinci, and he's fixing the bicycle tire. That's what he's
After all,
it's the whirling dervish, whatever.
To everyone who's working.
I don't know. What were they doing back then?
Oh man, I have way too much fun watching these old ass commercials on here. This is a lot of fun. That was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed what we just did.
That was a good one. Yeah. Well, when did the Olympics start? Next week?
Sometime. I mean, we're only doing the Olympics ads because the Olympics is around. I mean, I don't really. Do you have like a favorite Olympic game that you watch?
Basketball. That's it. There's gonna be.
Yeah, actually, basketball as far as the team games is cool. But like a lot of the track and field stuff, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're all impressive athletes, but it's like, but do you know anybody who's like a hardcore discus fan? Or or like a hardcore like who's your favorite high jumper?
Who's your favorite pole vaulter this year?
Yeah, exactly. Pole vaulter. It's a weird thing. I think swimming is probably one of the more marketable Swimming and basketball, probably
Yeah.
the bigger.
Yeah, I know when
Summer
I
Olympic
work,
ones anyway.
when I work the Olympics, there's a lot of events, there's a lot of games. The boxing is always interesting.
Ooh, that should be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, there's weightlifting, and then there's like the track and field stuff is cool, obviously. But yeah, it's a lot of
Oh,
athletes.
isn't wrestling in Summer Olympics? It is. It has to
There's
be. Right?
wrestling. There's breakdancing now, which is kind of huge for the hip hop community. I'm surprised that. I mean, I think there was ballroom dancing in the Olympics. So I would.
There used to be like
breakdancing.
there used to be baseball, and then at one point I remember they were trying to get chess put into the Olympics, and I'm like, all right, like that's. I mean, it's. Don't get me wrong, chess is really hard if you're playing against somebody who's amazing.
But it's not a physical.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's not a physical. Like, I'm sorry, but if you can't walk, then you have to be in the other Olympics. You can't be. I don't care how good you are at chess.
Whoa.
Oh, I did have. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. We're going to do it on a different week.
We're going to do it a different week. This coming week, I'm having some dental work done, so I hope I'm in good shape to record Sunday night.
What day is your dental work getting done?
Thursday, and I'm getting two wisdom teeth pulled, and then they have to clean out a cyst.
Oh, that is a teaser. Tune in next week when Mike's entire face looks like a chipmunk. That's
I'm going to be like.
Oh no, I've had mine pulled, and you do like you.
Yeah, well, I've had it done.
You look like that for a week. It sucks.
That'll be fun.
All right.
So,
well, hey, this has been fun.
Yeah, we'll catch everybody next week, and I'll be fully healed, hopefully.
All right. Good times, everybody. Have a good one.